All right, I believe we are live. Hello, everybody. Episode 39 is now in the tank. This is, again, this little series where I go through and recap what happened during the game, talk a little bit about conversion, and some Game Master perspective. So I didn't have any additional prep this week. I did just right before the game set up the encounters. Um, I should have prepped the dragons, and I think I talked about that last week, but I didn't. So I had to do that really quickly during the game. Um, Again, this map did not come up, but I do intend to use it. It's just better than the one that's in the book. And yeah, all of this prepare is still ready and loaded. What I thought would happen is the moon battle, the Red Reaver fight, the quick discussion with the cleric of Desna, the main priest dude, and then he's gonna bait them into the Cindermaw fight, which is relatively essential for capping out this chapter. So I was just kind of trying to move these things along, and as it was, we did the Red Reaver fight, and that's all. I did during the fight make the conscious decision to use the terrain, so move the monster upstairs. It definitely helped with its survivability, but ultimately it didn't win the fight. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have. Could have just let them wail on it. The party summoned 3 of their dragons. So it was. So we had 4 Moon Maidens, 3 dragons, and the 8 players. So well outnumbered the Red Reaver monster with the little army that the party has access to, not to mention their powers and abilities. I did decide that it was okay for them to level to 12. The milestones that we're using says after most of the quests, they should be 12th level. Agreed. We're definitely past the most of the quest point, and this victory can be punctuated by this. Plus, it will help them in the next fight, which should be, hopefully, relatively challenging. So yeah, we're going to skip the game next week for Memorial Day. We discussed that as a group and kind of mostly agreed. And, oh yeah, we did the Illyrium retcon here. So discussing that briefly first, the Illyrium's player Jerry was out, and we weren't for sure whether or not his character would want to do this thing with the risk of intelligence damage and so forth. So we decided we would just play it out when he got back. He decided to do it. He decided to take the dragon summoning mark. And yeah, that's the way that played. So it was the right decision to wait and let that retcon, and it didn't really, I think, interrupt too much of the flow or anything like that. And yeah, it's recommended. I think that may be one of the first times I've ever done that, to my knowledge. It's a good idea. So there's some benefit to listening to me rant about this stuff. On the draconic spirits, so they can be any color, and the stats in the template are not reflective of that. You have to then customize them. And there are 19 different types of dragons in the rules that we currently have, 20 if you count the fairy dragon. So I did go ahead and build a table for the party to use to randomly choose what color of spirit they wanted. Seemed like that was something that would be fun for them. I mean, they asked for it. It seemed like they would enjoy it if they got it. So I did go ahead and set that up. But now, I'm going to have to make at least minor edits to 20 different dragon templates as they come up. The marks will wear off. They will only last 1 week. They've had them 2 days, so 5 days of dragons left, and then no more dragons. It probably won't happen that all 20 of them get used, so I will not preemptively create all 20 of them. That said, if we wind up using 17 of them or something, I'll just laugh, and you'll hear about it here. So yeah, that's it. Session 39 in the bag. We're going to pick up with the quick chat and Cindermaw fight next time, and surely call it at the end of that fight, but that next time won't be for 2 weeks. So hang tight. Have a good Memorial Day, and I